Well, we finished our 5 Chongli ski resorts and we're about to go back home.
But before we're going back to Beijing, we're gonna have 10 tips for our audience.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about coming to Chongli, we're gonna go through what we think you should know before you come. And if you stick around beyond the credits at the end, I'm gonna go through my bag and show you the equipment that I brought. Right, let's get going with tip number 1.
So as to when to come to the Chongli ski resorts, so the ski season is from late October, early November until end of March. Some resorts might extend to May, depends on their situation. You need to check in advance. But in general, it's from November through to March. When you book the hotel, we suggest you to avoid coming during the Chinese public holiday because the price really soaring up like 2 times more than what you normally pay during the normal days. Also, the weekend can be more expensive given how close we are to Beijing, which got 20+ million people there. So if you come during the weekday in normal season, you can find a bargain too. So coming during the weekdays, in the normal days, you will have much less people when you go on the lifts.
Now, when you get here, everything is going to be online in terms of payment. So before you come, make sure you have WeChat on your phone. Try and make sure you have the payment working. That's another video that we'll link down below where we show you how to do that. And also get the DD app. That's the taxi app that allows you to quickly book taxis from one place to the other. That works in English as well. But when it comes to paying for anything in the resort, you want a coffee, you want food, you want anything, you're going to need WeChat Pay to be able to do that. So make sure you have that. You're also going to need internet access for this. If you're from Hong Kong, we suggest getting a mainland plan with your normal plan because that will allow you regular access to the apps that you normally use. The other option is to get a SIM card once you get here. You can get them at the airport, but you're going to need to have internet access on your phone. So a Chinese SIM card can also work, but that's going to restrict you to the kind of sites that you would normally go to. It will work with WeChat, and that's the only one that really matters here.
When it comes to come to Chongli, normally when you fly to Beijing, you go to the capital airport. There are 3 ways to come to Chongli ski resorts. First, once you arrive at the capital airport, take a DD taxi that will bring you to the Chongli resorts directly. Normally it costs about 500 to 600 RMB. If you have more than 2 people, that's a good way to go. The second is to take the high-speed train. Once landed at the airport, take public transportation, a taxi or DD taxi to the high-speed train station. It costs about 100 RMB to come to Chongli station, but you cannot take your ski with you. You have to check it in like you take the airplane. It costs about another 80 RMB per person. The last one is very easy. It's take the bus directly from the capital airport to Chongli resorts. There are 7 resorts providing the service, but it's only 3 buses a day. You might have to wait for a long time. But in that case, you can put your ski gear and you pay 100 RMB only and you reach your resort.
Now, when it comes to booking your holiday, you're not going to find very much information on English-based travel websites. There may be 1 or 2 options, but very little. The place to go is WeChat mini programs. Each resort has its own mini program that's all in Chinese, and they all offer different offers, normally for 1 or more days skiing. Now, the normal offer will come with a hotel room for 2 people that includes 2 breakfasts and 2 ski passes. It can be for 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to 5 days. Now, when you consider where you want to stay, think about, do you want to be in a central location in Chongli's town where you'll be able to access multiple resorts, or do you just want to stay in one as well? Now, this is going to make a difference if you want to save money on food and other things as well, or transport. You also want to be sure that you have a place where you can ski in, ski out if possible. So mini programs is the place to look for your offers.
Be prepared when you come to Chongli for the weather, because if you used to ski in Europe or Japan, Korea, it's quite cold here. When we were here, it's down to -16, but it could be -20, 30, depending on the weather. But we were lucky with the weather. It was sunny most of the time, except one day. So get multiple layers, keep yourself warm. All the ski resorts are equipped with shops and clothing rentals. You can find what you need in case you forgot. I also suggest you to bring an old pair of shoes. In that case, you don't have to use a WeChat mini program to get a locker, save your time, save the money, and leave that pair of shoes somewhere safe in the resorts.
Now, if you're used to skiing in Europe, you'll be used to very large areas of skiing. Now, these resorts are quite limited. So if you're coming for multiple days, for a whole week, you may want to consider going to different resorts during that time. And it's very easy to do. We found getting set up with ski equipment, getting the ski pass, very, very quick to do. So consider, if you're a good skier, not if you're a beginner, but if you're a good skier and you want access to multiple resorts, that you can do that here. They're all within about a half an hour drive of each other. Stay in one place and you'll be able to visit different places. So just get the pass and the skis that you need.
As for food, most of the hotel package come with breakfast, but not with lunch or dinner. You can always find something around. The price of the food around ski resort is slightly higher than what you normally take in downtown Beijing, for example. If you want to save money, you can prepare a lunchbox, for example. There are supermarkets available in different resorts, convenience stores. So in that case, you can save a little bit money on food. You can also get a resort near the downtown, so you have more options to go around to search for the bargain.
Now, if you don't speak Chinese, and my Chinese is not great, you can find other ways of communicating with people. The first is just getting a translation app on your phone. I was using Google Translate. It worked fine for me. Now, that might not work here. There are other ones that work depending on the kind of coverage or network that you're using. But a translation app is going to be vital if you don't speak Chinese. The other thing is just to ask people. Now, as you probably know, I had a little bit of an accident on my second day. I had to go to the hospital. I went by myself, and using help from other people, there was a lot of people around who spoke English and came in and helped translate for me, and also translation apps. I was able to negotiate the hospital very easily and get everything sorted out and get out in no time. Now, you'll find that most staff don't speak English, but a lot of the skiers do. So feel free just to ask someone else for help if you need it. I found people are very, very helpful.
The last point for me is a night ski. I cannot emphasize how happy I was during the night session. You can find multiple resorts opening for the night during the weekend and the public holidays, but Fulong Resort especially got night ski session every night. If you book it in advance, you can find a bargain for 200 RMB, including a dinner for 4 hours ski. In that case, you can sleep very late in the morning, take your day really easy, coffee or shopping in the afternoon, and ski at night, and you save money.
Now, if you want to take ski lessons in English or another language, they have Italian and French here, we found, you need to do that in advance. You need to book that in advance and check it out, because not every resort will have English-speaking ski instructors. We found New Zealand ski instructors, Australians, as well as French, Swiss, all sorts of people. They are here, but they will need to be found before you come. They also do offer English ski lesson packages, so you can come for a week to learn to ski, for example, and you can sign up for that in advance. It's better to do it before you get here rather than wait until you do get here, because it is a rare commodity and you want to make sure that you have that all booked. We're going to put all the links that we found down in our notes below. If you don't find the one that you want, you may want to just contact the resort, because they might have other facilities available. Well, that's it from us from Chongli. It's been 5 wonderful days, 5 great resorts. How has it been for you, Jack?
Well, to me, it's an eye-opening experience. I'm from this province, Hebei, but I didn't know that much until we've explored just thoroughly here.
It's actually been really impressive, and I'm definitely going to come back here with my family. Now, if you stick around to the end of the credits, after the credits, you're going to find me going through my bag. I hope that's going to be useful for you if you're thinking about coming, what to pack and what not to pack. We're also going to go through all of these tips and write them out with links on our website at droneandphone.com. We should have a really thorough guide there by the time this video comes out. And of course, that's on droneandphone.com. And of course, on our YouTube channel, you're going to be able to see all of our videos on all the different resorts, plus a lot more.
Oh yeah.
For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Jack.
And this is Drone and Phone. Well, as promised, we're going to go through my bag, not Jack's bag, just to show you the sort of things that we think that you should bring. There's nothing that I regret not bringing, so I'll go through it all. Let's start with the bag. Big old duffel bag here that allows me to basically just chuck everything in, that I'm not limited on space at all. That goes onto the airplane and goes to the resort. Now, let's start here with the ski jacket. Ski jacket is very important, of course. Just the one thing, there's lots of different ski jackets, of course, but the one thing to think about is where your ski pass goes. With a dedicated ski jacket, you should have something in the sleeve here where you can put the ski pass, and that's just going to make things a lot easier for you. Let me just move the jacket out of the way. Gore-Tex and nice and warm. That's obviously very important. As you'll see on the episode, Jack did have things to carry because he was filming, so he bought a backpack. Not really necessary on a ski trip, but if you do want to bring extra things or you want to be able to take layers off as you ski, a little running backpack is the key thing. To get a lightweight running backpack and not something with too much structure on it, so it can sit on your back and you don't really feel it's there. This one also has places for water and all sorts of other stuff as well. Let's keep that going. Okay, let's start with the gloves. 2 pairs of gloves. A big old thick pair of ski gloves. Now these are vital that you get good quality ski gloves with lots of warmth inside. These can also tighten up, and they have these little elastic things to put around your thing so you can take them off quite easily and not have to worry about dropping them on your way. So a good pair of heavy ski gloves. And I think underneath here, also useful to have a light pair for nice days like we had yesterday. Having a light pair of gloves really helps, so that you don't have to wear these huge things, but make sure you have good gloves, because if your hands go cold, that's really the end of your ski trip. They put that over there. Okay, just go for trousers now. So a pair of warm under trousers, very important. Again, you want to layer up, not just on top, but also down below. So a nice warm pair of thermal under trousers here, and then a good pair of ski pants. Again, me and Jack were talking about this over breakfast. We, for the first time, have got proper ski pants. These come thanks to Kailas, but getting a good pair of ski pants makes a big difference. It also has these braces on them so that they don't fall down. And they zip up right up to the chest as well, so keeps you nice and warm. And make sure snow doesn't get in. This is again something that Jack discovered, that these have got sort of elastic stuff underneath it that sits around your ski boot. And make sure if you do have a spill that you don't get snow in your boot. If you get snow in your boot and your socks get wet, it can be very unpleasant in the cold weather. Again, just remember, in China, if you're used to skiing in Europe, China's going to be a lot colder. It's not a problem if you wrap up properly. You won't really notice it. If you don't have the right equipment, though, you are going to suffer, and it's going to ruin your holiday, particularly if it gets windy up there. So with a helmet, not just the helmet, but also having these really good ear muffs as well is going to help protect. Now I don't just normally just wear that. I have a small, very lightweight hat as well that I'm going to wear, a little woolly hat that I'm going to wear underneath this just to double protect. Again, hands getting cold, ears getting cold. These are things that can really make a big difference when you're skiing. If you can keep your hands warm, you can keep your ears warm, you're going to enjoy the experience a lot more. And then ski goggles as well. We suggest you can rent this stuff at the places you go to, but as you can with the jacket as well, there are packages that include all of the equipment. But this stuff, if you're going to use it regularly, if you're going to go skiing regularly, definitely worth getting a hold of and using, so you can use it more than once. You don't, ski boots, skis, poles, these are things that you probably want to rent unless you want to carry them around, but this stuff can go in the bag quite happily. Okay, let's talk more about the headgear as well now as we're doing that. Also, just a regular woolly hat. This is for wearing around the ski resort more than anything else. Didn't wear this when I was out skiing, but good to have, or when you're taking a lunch break, you have it in your pocket, you can just bring it out, take your helmet off and stick this on if you're going to have lunch outside, which we managed to do on a couple of occasions actually here with good weather. And then other protection, a buff. This is great, having these buffs. I have a whole load of these. They just go around your neck, and then you can pull it up over your ears as well, give you extra protection if you need to, and push it up over your face as well, as you'll see we did in the episodes when it gets cold. And then another version of this is just a headgear that goes over. I have multiple bits because I can look at the weather each day and decide what's good, and that's why having a big bag and having all this kind of extra equipment, you can choose what's going to be suitable for the weather that you've got ahead, or the day ahead. Before I forget, sunglasses. Now, normally you'd be wearing ski goggles, but if you are lucky and you get a beautiful day, you may just want to prefer to ski with sunglasses instead of the ski goggles as an alternative. It's unlikely for most of the time in China, it's actually too cold to wear glasses, but you may get 1 or 2 really nice days. So have them just in case, and of course you can wear them around the resort as well. And then we're just coming to layers. This is the last part. So the key to staying warm is having lots of layers, and then you can always strip off if you're getting too hot. You can add on if you're getting cold. If you're staying in a resort where your hotel room is close by, you can make that choice on the day, and then if the weather changes, you can just whip back the hotel. Otherwise, get a few layers, put them in your locker, and then, as I said, in between, as the day goes on, the temperature changes a lot during the day. Like in the mornings here, while we've been skiing, it started off at about minus 16 to minus 20, and then in the middle of the day, it can get down to minus 6. So there's a huge difference. And of course, if there's wind as well, that's going to be a massive difference. So layering up, again, big, thick, woolly stuff, but with plenty of room. Obviously you want to be able to move if you're going to be skiing, and then lots more layers here. This is my second layer. I normally have a t-shirt on underneath, and the second layer I change the t-shirt every day, but the layers stay the same. So a nice thin layer that goes on top of that, another thin layer, and then a padded jacket, and then this lighter puffer jacket, a down jacket that goes underneath my main ski jacket. Again, the more layers you have, the happier you're going to be, because you can get the temperature or the way that you feel just right, and you can change that during the day just by stripping off without having to go back. That's what's in my ski bag.